Um, I felt like last week was hard, but this is definitely harder. Hey everybody, it is week number 2. I hope everybody had a good week, and I certainly did a lot of running. So I think right now we'll just jump into one of my runs I did this week. It was the longest run I did so far, so we'll jump into that right now. Hey everybody, it is day 13, run number 13. So it's Saturday. I'm going to try to do a longer run, but try to keep the pace pretty slow, just so I don't hurt myself. But I'm also going to try to do a different route today. I think I'm going to head out an old route that I used to go on. So I might try to capture some of the video of that, and show that in the video. I don't know yet. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Alright, we're just going to head outside here. Typically when I get out of my garage here, I have to wait a few minutes to get the GPS going on my Garmin, so I do a little walk around the car. But we're going to jump right into the run here. So this hill I'm running up right now is sort of the first main hill, I guess. I mean, half of the beginning of this run is kind of all uphill till you get to this subdivision. But then once you get to the subdivision, you've got this first hill here, and you're going to probably see the second hill at the end of this clip here. And sorry for the shaking. I'm running while I'm recording this, which isn't that easy. So you can sort of see it, and now we jump to it here. So this is definitely the hardest hill on the run for going up. It's pretty steep. I think at the end of this clip here, you're going to see me looking back at the hill. It really doesn't do it justice. I think it's a good, like, decent height that you get up. I can't remember from my run, or from my app how high we get, but as you can see here, it doesn't do it justice. It's quite a bit steeper than it looks.
Hey everybody, I just did half of my run, just did 5K, and that's my way back. Just gonna do a cool down here before I start again. And then, it's actually funny, this is cul-de-sac here, so it's not quite 5K from my place, so I have to run around it 2 times, so on my way back I gotta run around it twice and head back. Alright, let's do this.
Okay, so we are on our way back, or I'm on my way back. So we've got this sort of big hill here to contend with on the first part of the way back. So I did my 2 laps around the cul-de-sac there. I'm just heading my way back up here. Once you get to this hill, or through this hill, then there's a long way to get back home. And I'll talk about it right now.
Hey folks, I stopped. I was gonna try to start a video for this hill coming up right here, and I just couldn't keep going. I'm just over 6K. I've got just under 4K left, but this is a very low slope, long way back up to the hill that I probably showed you at the beginning of the video, and I'll take you down here. So for the last about half K, I've been running up this. So at the halfway point, there's like that's cul-de-sac, and then basically run up that, go back down, and then come back up. And from the bottom of that part, all the way to that first hill that I showed you is all uphill. It's great for running out. Running back, it's terrible. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to it.
Alright, so I'm back running again. But this hill is pretty brutal. I'm going to, it took me a while to get up it, but I'm going to jump to another video here of me running, right now.
All right, so this is the last little bit up to that first hill. I'll record it till I get to the top.
All right, so now we are on our way up, our sort of final ascent of this final hill in the run. And it's a pretty good feeling because you've definitely got, you kind of like you just got through this big long run of a hill, and you're gonna get to this point, and it's gonna be pretty easy on the way home. So it's pretty fun to do this or get to this point, because then you're like, oh, now I can sprint home, which is what I like about this. You get it. It's hard on the way out, it's hard way halfway through, and then you've got an easy run all the way home. So here we go.
All right, this is the way back home. Just finished the 10K. I had to sprint to try to get it to 54 minutes. I was over by 2 seconds. Oh well, pretty good for the first 10K. And I mean, I had to, I think it was 3 stops, and halfway through, it was like a good 5 minutes. So it's not a true number, but it's a good start or baseline to work towards. So anyway, that's the end for today. All right, I hope everybody liked that. Sorry for the shaky video, but it's hard to run and take video at the same time, so I try to do my best, and I try to keep the video parts at least short, so it's not too mind-numbing or make you sick. So, all right, so let's sort of get to the data, which of course I always like to talk about. So this week, again, I ran every day, but most days I ran shorter runs. So let's just pop that in the screen right here, and let's go over it. So on the first day, I did a 3K run, and fairly slow. It was 16 minutes and 7 seconds. It wasn't anything too crazy. If you compare it to my previous runs for 3Ks, I think I did one similar in the first week. So my pace was 5 minutes and 22 seconds. I did the hills. I did do a stop, but it was a shorter stop. It was only 45 seconds compared to last week where I was doing 2 to 3 minute stops. So then on Tuesday, on the 9th, I did another 3K, and it was a lot faster. However, I didn't do any hills. So I did it in 14 minutes and 31 seconds, which isn't quite as fast as the one I did with no hills in the previous week, but that's all right. So that gave a pace of 4 minutes and 50 seconds per kilometer. But I did take a lot less, or I took 1.5 minutes instead of 2 to 3 minutes that I did last week. So then on Wednesday, on the 10th, I did a 4.4 kilometer run, which I did it in 21 minutes and 47 seconds, which gave to a pace of just under 5 minutes per kilometer. For that one, I did do the hills. I did 2 stops. My first stop was about 1.5 minutes halfway through, and then once I hit the 4K mark, I stopped for a little bit and rested for, I don't know, it was like 45 seconds, or I guess it was 1.5 minutes, sorry, not 45 seconds. And then I ran up the hill towards my house. Now on Friday, I did a 3K again, and it was in between the first two that I did on Monday and Tuesday. It was just over 15 minutes for that 3K, which leads to about a 5 minute kilometer pace, which is good. I just skipped one, the 11th. So Wednesday I did 4.4. Thursday I did a 4 kilometer run, just a flat one, and it was comparably quicker than the day before. I did it in 19 minutes and 31 seconds, which gave to a 4 minute and 52 second pace per kilometer. There was hills. I stopped, and I only stopped once, and it was halfway through for about 1.5 minutes. So that was a pretty good run, I think, overall. I would say that's probably my fastest, most realistic run, if you can call it that, all week. Then, like I just said before that, on Friday I did a 3K, and it was decent 3K at about 5 minute pace. I stopped for 1 minute halfway through. So it was another, like, I'm not trying to kill myself here, but I'm trying to at least get my running in, doing my minimum, at least my minimum, and getting through it. And then on the 13th, which is the 10K, which you just saw the video for, it was pretty decent. I did the 10K in just over 54 minutes, and that gives a pace of 5 minutes and 24 seconds, which I think is really good for that route, because you're either going downhill or you're going uphill. There's no real flat spots in it. So I only did 2 stops. I didn't do 3. And the first stop was only actually 1.5 minutes. I thought it was way longer than that when I stopped and then started running again when I was out there. And then I stopped at about 6K mark, or just over 6K, as you've seen in the video, for about 2 minutes, where I was doing the video. So I stopped and talked for a bit. And then today, on Sunday the 14th, I did just over 3K. I think it's about 2 miles. It's not quite 2 miles. And it was pretty slow. It was 17 minutes and 29 seconds, which led to a pace of 5 minutes and 30 seconds. After yesterday's run, I kind of just wanted to take it easy. It was a different route that I've never done so far in these runs for June. So it was, it's essentially when I leave my house, I'm at the top of a hill, so wherever I go, I'm always going downhill. And then on the way back, usually usually uphill. So this route was just down a main road on the sidewalk, and I just took it easy, went down, stopped for 2 minutes halfway through, and then ran up the hill all the way back. So it actually felt pretty good. I just didn't want to push myself because I didn't want to hurt myself. So that's the numbers. So I guess I want to talk about how I'm feeling so far. So 2 weeks in, how things are going with my body, my mind, and everything. So so far, my body's doing okay, and I think it's, contributed to just me not doing a lot of distance, and taking some short, slow runs and doing some fast runs. But I am recurring an injury that I had last year. It's starting to flare up a bit, so I'm trying to I think this week I might take it easy again. I know I say that, but I think I'm going to maybe do longer distances, but try to keep the pace slower, so I can try to not feel as bad, my body. Like after the 10K run yesterday, I felt it the most pain. I had quite a bit pain in my back and in my right thigh, right where my hip is, and that's where I usually have my issues with when I'm running, and I'm running a lot. So physically I'm doing all right. Actually surprised that my feet are really doing well, because I think I said in the last video, I have issues with plantar fasciitis, so that's going well. My feet aren't too bad, knock on wood. They'll still be like that. And one thing I also notice when I'm running, and even today when I was running, I think the reason I have so much pain on my right side is I kind of use my right leg as like my main driver leg, instead of using my left and my right leg at the same sort of force or pace or whatever. So today I was trying to really drive my left leg harder than my right, if that makes any sense. I tend to, since it is stronger and I'm right-handed, I don't know why, but I feel like I put more force into my right leg when I'm running. So I'm gonna try to do that this week and try to more focus on using my left leg as a driver leg and see how that helps with my right thigh and hip issues. And we'll go from there. I know I'm not a doctor, so this might be complete BS, but we'll see how it goes. And mentally, I think, it's still pretty hard to do this every day. But I sort of said this to myself this week. I didn't put it in the video, but I think with running, it never really gets easier. You just get faster, which I think is kind of cool. And I'll put up another stat here right now for numbers to see how I did from the previous week to this week. And if you look at my average pace, so the first week average pace, regardless of distance or whatever, but if you just look at the pure pace, it was 5 minutes and 11 seconds per kilometer overall for the first week that runs. In my second week, my average pace went down to 5 minutes and 7 seconds, which is about a 1.5% increase in pace, which is not a lot. But I think for running every day and doing this every day and kind of, there's a sort of a mental block there where it's like, I don't really want to do this anymore, but I want to do this again every day. It's interesting. But yeah, mentally, it's definitely still pretty hard. I think I talked about this as, you kind of get this sort of valley of despair point in exercise when you're starting something new, and you just got to push yourself through it. I'm hoping I'm getting through the bottom of that and I'm starting to go up the up curve, because from the running perspective, it's getting a lot easier to physically do the runs. It's definitely still hard to get going to do the run. But yeah, that's about it. So that sums up the week. I'm still pushing ahead, even though I think it's mentally kind of hard to get out and do it. I think I'm on the upslope of that valley of despair. Which I'm kind of looking forward to this week and getting through this week, and hopefully the fourth week would be like stellar. I really hope it's like that. Gotta stay positive and think positively when you're doing these kind of things. But anyway, this is too long, and I'm going to stop here. So if you're liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're liking the content that I'm putting out there, it's a bit all over the place, but hopefully it will continue being sort of like this, where I highlight my challenge every week and do this kind of summary thing and do it every week instead of every day, where we're just seeing my boring life. But yeah, if you're liking this content, please subscribe, thumbs up, as always, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a week. All right, bye.